When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought as a child, and I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away my childish ways. Greetings to you, and welcome to today's episode on the ideal picture with Nathaniel. That right there in my preamble has to be one of my favorite portions of scripture by Apostle Paul, where he aims to give a synopsis of what it looks like to change from one's age to another, from one's perspective to another's perspective, from seeing one's point of view to seeing things in another's point of view. So, on today's episode, we're looking at change. The word change is seen to have a plethora of definitions. Depending on who you ask, one might define change as a transformation into something different. It can be from good to bad, from bad to good, or from good to better. Another might define change as seeing things from a different point of view. With all the various definitions of change, one thing still remains constant: movement. Movement still remains the constant in all definitions of change. And so, having this in mind, it's safe to say that movement from one's position to a seemingly better position could be called growth. And the inverse of growth could be called to wither. So, growth in literal terms can be said to be a movement from a place of lesser value to a place of greater value. Similar to what you see in active transport, the idea that in order to change into something of greater value requires energy, it requires effort. This could be why it goes without saying growth is uncomfortable. You see, our bodies are wired to be in a place of ease, to always shun away anything uncomfortable and anything that compromises one's happiness. It comes with its own advantages in that once you are in a place that compromises your being, the best way to overcome it is to be in a place of rest, to be in a place of ease and peace of mind. The downside of this is that if you stay in this place for longer, you cease to grow. This then begs the question, why grow? Why grow in the first place? So according to Erik Erikson, an American psychoanalyst of the 20th century, known for his theory on psychosocial development in children. He describes the development of an infant from a place of trust and mistrust of one's environment in an infant to a personal sense of fulfillment and integrity, growth, and so growth brings fulfillment. The second reason why I suggest you should grow is that growth brings you from a place of merely reacting abruptly to something that you might have seen, heard, or touched, to understanding and thinking through an occurrence which brings about the best of outcomes. For life to continue, my friends, we must evolve. For us, for as long as we are alive and breathing, change is inevitable. One of my mentors actually says the hardest place to be in life is to be the meat in between the hamburger. And in line with our topic at hand, this could be a place of nothingness, no change, no growth, a place where you are no longer existing. This was today's episode on the ideal picture with Nathaniel. I hope you learned one or two things. I would love to hear from you as well. Do give me a review on your thoughts and what stood out for you. Please do follow, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Until next time, have a good day.